Right, welcome everyone. This is our weekly art meditation. I'm Lydia. Nice to be here with everyone today. So we'll go ahead and get started. As usual, we'll look at 3 works of art today. So we'll just take a moment before we look at the art just to center ourselves. So find a comfortable place where you can sit or just be comfortable and be in one position for the next half an hour. And then you might gently close your eyes and just take a moment to tune in with your body. Start to feel the breath. And try to let go of any thoughts about earlier today, earlier this weekend, or what you'll do with the rest of the day looking into the future. And just let your mind rest in this present moment. Feel the breath move in and out of the body for another moment here. And then you can gently open your eyes. We'll go ahead and look at our first selection for today. Here, we're going to do a grounding meditation to Sphere, Earth by Peter Hora. Peter Hora's work is a modern extension of the glass-making traditions in the Czech Republic. Hora started training at the age of 16 at the High School of Applied Arts for Glassmaking and continued in both private and factory glassmaking settings. Once Hora opened his own studio, he experimented more freely with forms, colors, and techniques. Hora has become known for the optical illusions in his solid glass forms, which he achieves by cold working methods in which the glass is cut, sandblasted, or polished after it cools. Take a few more moments to look at this work. Notice the different shadows on the sphere, the different areas of light. The points where you can see light reflecting on the material of this sculpture. And just consider the title of this work, Sphere, Earth. What about this reminds you of the earth? Is there anything beyond the shape? Maybe the colors? And then when you're ready, you can close your eyes. And just start to feel your body here in this moment. And notice the contact points of your body against the earth. Notice the sit bones rooting down into the ground wherever you are. Maybe your feet and legs are touching the earth. Just feel this grounded energy connecting you to the earth beneath you. Feel completely supported by the ground beneath you. Then start to imagine an energy connecting you to the ground. You might even visualize a stream of white light radiating from the ground to your body, similar to the light reflecting on the sphere we looked at. With each breath, you can imagine visualizing this movement of light from the earth into the body and back down to the earth again. With each breath, you can imagine this transfer of energy between your body and the earth. Continue to feel this grounded sense of energy as you expand your awareness to the space around your body. There's no need to move. Just bring your awareness to the skin on your body, the feeling of the air around you. And feel connected to the air surrounding your body. As you breathe here, just feel the space around you, holding you and grounding you here. And start to expand your awareness to encompass a larger and larger space. Continuing to expand your awareness outward and visualizing the entire earth. Might even recall the image of this sphere. Just imagine you are a part of it. Feel grounded by your connection to the earth and all beings on the earth. Continue to breathe here and visualize yourself grounding down into the earth and feel your place here on the planet, your important role to play. As we close this first meditation, I'm going to share a quote by Martha Postlewaite. She says, "Do not try to save the world or do anything grand. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue." Stay here for another moment and just let those words sink in. Start to bring your awareness to your connection into the ground, Feel the body. And start to bring your awareness back to your space. And you can gently open your eyes, just taking your time, moving at your own pace. And we'll move on to our second meditation for today. Here we're going to do a meditation on shapes. And this is to the 8 Categories of Fate by Charmion von Wiegand. Von Wiegand lived an intensely creative life as a journalist, a scholar, and an artist. She first moved with her artist writer parents from Chicago to California to Germany, then on her own to New York and eventually Moscow, Russia, where she experienced avant-garde art and decided to pursue painting. She returned to New York as a serious artist and an art critic, and surrounded herself with some of the most notable experimental artists of the time, including Joseph Stella. In 1941, she was granted an interview with Dutch artist Pierre Mondrian, who was trying to flee Europe as World War II took hold. This interaction deeply influenced von Wiegand's painting. She experimented with lines and geometric shapes as seen in this work, and said this about meeting Mondrian. From the first moment I met Mondrian, I was a total convert to his way of thinking and seeing. Our contact was a rare experience, which only occurs once or twice in a lifetime. And from that first meeting, my eyes were transformed. Continue to look at this work and just take it in its entirety. Notice the composition as a whole. And just notice what grabs your attention. What parts of this work stick out? Are there specific colors, specific shapes? And bring your awareness to the different squares. Slowly move your attention from one square to the next, moving from largest to smallest. As you move from each square, take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Begin on the orange square. Just focus your attention on the color orange and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then move to the dark blue square and take a deep breath in and out. Then move to the yellow. Breathe in and out. Notice if your emotions start to change as you focus on each color. Just what your reaction is. You can move to the red square and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And continue on to the green. Inhale and exhale. Continue around to the white square. Breathe in and out. Just calming the mind. And continue around to the lavender square. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Continue around to the light blue square this time. Take a breath in and a breath out. Continue moving your gaze around until you come to the center square, the black square in the middle. And take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now gently close your eyes and start to imagine your own square in your mind's eye. Notice what color the square is. Notice the size. Maybe you see multiple squares. And the squares may continue to change shape and change color and transform in your mind's eye. Keep focusing on the shapes and colors that you see. And continue to breathe deeply. And just let your mind settle on these shapes, and these different colors for a few more moments to calm the mind. You can start to let go of this visualization. Return your attention to your breath for a moment. You might notice it's slower now after really calming and settling the mind on a single object. Just pause here, noticing the effects of this meditation on your body and your mind. And then slowly open your eyes. And we'll move on to our third and final meditation for today. Here we're going to do a meditation on emotion. This is to Gaiete Retenue, or Contained Gaiete, by Asger Jorn. And this work is on view in the museum in Scaife Gallery 13 if you'd like to see it in person. Danish artist Asger Jorn was a co-founder of Cobra, a group of artists from Copenhagen, Brussels, and Amsterdam who were active between 1948 and 1951. Collectively, they found inspiration in myth, children's drawings, and primitivism, all interpreted by one's own imagination. The Cobra artists, along with many others in Europe, wanted something more free and experimental following the tragedies of World War II. The process for these artists was more important than the final work of art. However, many of Jorn's works allude to the energetic qualities of the Cobra process. This image represents a moment in Jorn's life just following the end of the original Cobra group and his move to Italy, where he would introduce the ideas to a new range of artists. As you look at this work, consider the title contained of a contained emotion, contained gaiety. There isn't a clear figure or clear form in this work. So how do the different lines and shapes communicate this emotion to you? Communicate gaiety, containment, or any other emotion that you feel as you look at this work. What is the container that's containing gaiety? The definition of gaiety is the state or quality of being lighthearted or cheerful. So take a moment now to recall a time when you felt this emotion, where you felt gaiety, you felt lighthearted and cheerful. You can close your eyes and focus on this memory. Visualize this moment or this memory in as much detail as possible. What were the sights around you? What were the sounds? Were there any smells or tastes associated with this memory? Any feelings? Try to recall this moment and this memory with as much vividness as possible, transporting you to this time so you can really connect with this emotion of gaiety, of lightness. Try to stay with this memory and notice how your body feels. Maybe you feel a little bit more lightness in the body, a little bit more ease. You might notice it in your face, maybe a slight smile. You might feel some ease along the cheeks and the neck. Just notice how this emotion affects the body. It's really feeling this mind body connection, noticing how your thoughts and your emotions affect your physical form. Try to stay with this memory. If your mind starts to wander, know that that's okay. That provides you with an opportunity to come back to this moment, back to this memory, our focal point for this meditation. And it provides an opportunity for you to notice any changes in the body as your mind drifts away and then comes back to this state of gaiety, of lightheartedness. And as you continue to focus on this memory, you can scan your body. See if you can find a little bit more lightness in the body as you work on cultivating this emotion of gaiety. Stay here for a few more moments. With each breath, you can try to find a little bit more lightness in the body. You can imagine you're sending your breath and sending this emotion of lightheartedness into the body, creating more space and lightness. You can start to let this memory go and bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a moment to scan the body here. And just notice how you feel. And then you can slowly bring your hands together. Bring a little movement back into the body by rubbing the hands together, creating a little bit of heat. Feeling the energy and movement through the body. And then place your palms over your eyes and slowly start to blink your eyes open, letting in some light. So you slowly and mindfully wake yourself up from this meditation. You can move your hands down the body and just come back into this moment, into your space. I encourage you to use any of these meditations we did today throughout your week. Be exploring how your body feels as your emotional and mental state changes. Just using this as a way to calm the mind. Before we close, I want to thank you, PMC Health Plan, for supporting these meditations. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Lucy also says the same thing, and she included her email. If you have any questions or any feedback or works of art that you'd like to see included in a weekly meditation, you can send your thoughts to Lucy at stewartl@cmoa.org. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their week, and I hope to see you back here next Sunday.